Yeah, let's see if this hot point works. Well, before I get into it, I'll just tell you quickly how I got it. I sold a crappy candy that was relatively working, but it wasn't fully working. Basically, this candy just wouldn't select. If I selected, say, cotton 90, scrap rapid 44, it'll select rapid 30. If I select mix wash, it will select rapid 44, etc. So I just sold it on eBay for 99p. And I got £3.20 for it, but yeah. Anyway, the guy said to just deliver it to him. And this is actually in his next door's yard. He said he tried to get it in, tried to get it going, and apparently, I think he said halfway through it died. Anyway. So let's see if it works for us. I'm just going to put it on spin. I put a plug on it. It can't be the fuse because obviously I just put a plug on it. I mean, I have a plug on it. Okay, maybe. I'm gonna have as a guess. Maybe do some new brushes. Is that it? I'll just quickly let it fill up and see what it does. This whole point may have been thrown out just simply because the brushes are burnt out. I'm going to let it fill up and just do a quick 40 wash, just make sure it's heating as well before doing anything else. Bearings are relatively fine, spider's fine. So, shouldn't we about this? And actually there's no there's 2 odd spots of rust right at the top here. That's it actually. It's quite unusual. I'll take the sticker off. I'm not sure why we have a sticker. There's bits of paint. It's probably from a rental property because it does say property management services. And it's passed the PAT test on the 4th of the 7th, 18. Yeah, it's gotta be brushes. Oh, anything else I can think of. And there's timer again. So it's putting in the timer for flipping it. And this should do is 10 times, then advance the heat, and heats to 30, then advances to silk, which is hidden away between those two, and advances again, heats to 40, and then we'll advance to the quick wash. It gets to the end of the quick wash, once it's done that and drained, and it's heated fine, we'll call it quits, and I'll have a quick look at the brushes. I love that sound, that timer. So there we go, on to heat. Well, I might advance the G for, well, what would have been silks. Oh, you can hear the heater. And the drill's a bit warped on this. It's quite hard to get it in and out, but it looks clean enough. The softener's still present on it, so it's great. Yeah, all that works. Right, let's take a look at this this Indesit WIB 111. So obviously it's quite old now, really old to be honest. It's not had a fault before. This is its first fault. Apparently, and we're going to have to investigate it because we're not quite sure what it is that it's leaking. Not a big leak, just a small leak. Right, so I haven't plugged it in yet. Right, so first things first, we're going to check the drum. Bearings are fine. I'm going to check the door seal for any kind of like a hole in it. I can't feel a hole anywhere. So I guess the next thing to do is just to turn it on. It might be plumbed in. Oh yeah, it's even got water. Right up. Well, those brushes did so. I can hear dripping. It is at the back. Ah, right. So I'm wondering whether that's actually dripping on the actual motor. I'm not too fussed if it is, because I've ended up with like 2 motors for this, so let's try and cancel it. Right. Right, so I'm going to let this drain out now. I'm going to have a look behind the machine. Right, so we appear to have found our leak. Can you see it? Yeah. Me too. Can we see up the side as well? I don't quite get it because the drum's actually fine. Like, drum's physically turning fine. So, why have we cut into the... It looks like it's cut, obviously, in the inside to the outside. Very strange, that's for sure. Right, so we're not having very good luck. Anyway, this actually does have a drum problem, and it's actually got... You notice there how it's creaking. If I keep pulling, that whole drum's actually lifting up. So, the spiders broke basically on that. And then because it's broke, if you notice it's going backwards rather than forwards, so it will be cutting into the back of the drum, into the back of the tub. So I might repair it, because what might be happening is, well, I've already got a spare drum. Rusty the washing machine might save this. Anyway, we're going to move on to this one, and oh, we've got the same problem. Anyway, the one we got rid of because it was making a lot of noise. Again, that's fine. That's fine. That's broke. But it doesn't look like it's not been broke for a long time, so hopefully this will still work. I'm going to switch it on. It's on something. So we're going to set it off. I'm going to reset it. That's how I normally do it. I'm going to just set 90 as normal. Just do boil wash. I'll say it's 600. Let's just stick a bit of Ariel in. Right, so we've rusted the washing machine's going to save that one, which the tub's down there. Which one's going to save that one? Well, luckily, the drum and tub are exactly the same, even, I think by this point we're about 10 years down the line. Oh, 2004? 2010-ish, so around there. So it's exactly the same. Remember my WI 101? Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find a motor, so that is going, might save that one. Because unfortunately, the motor on that is unique to it. And that's it, unfortunately. And in this world of repairing appliances, sometimes parts just don't come up anymore. That's now boiled. Look at the state of that water. so we got this Indesit IS60V, which makes it one of the oldest recalled Indesits on the market. So of course it came out in 2004. So this makes it, what, 14 years old? And it's come, I've picked it up because it's got a broken belt. Because it's got a broken drum shaft. Which was extremely common for these to snap prematurely. That's what happened to my whole Hotpoint VTD that I had. That went. So this must have obviously been carried on used, I think. Maybe what that score mark is, where it's been hitting the motor. And then obviously the belt snapped over time as well. No idea if it actually works. It'll be quite hard to test the heater since we won't really be blowing any air through. Because obviously the... Oh no! Wait, we can. How silly of me. Right, but before I do, we're going to do a little bit... Here's a little bit of a theory why this hasn't gone up in flames, and it's a far-fetched theory that actually kind of makes sense. So, I'm thinking about my Hotpoint TVF 570 that my auntie's got. As far as I'm aware, that's not actually had the update done, but that's also never caught on fire. And that's because it's kept, apart from my auntie's actually is very good at keeping the filter clean, unlike her daughter, as in my cousin, whose dryer did go up in flames, it's kept sort of exposed to absolutely, there's nothing surrounding it at all. It's next to a kitchen table in a corner, but like all the four sides are still exposed, so she can still get the ventilators out of the window. And I think that's the same with this dryer. I don't think it's not had anything around it by the looks of things. Well, certainly when I picked it up, it was in the hallway of the woman's house. And the reason why I'm surprised it hasn't gone in flames is because if we look into this filter, oh, can we just see that's just fallen out? That's because I picked it up yesterday. Look at that! That's never been emptied, come on! And yet it's never gone up in flames. So it's my little far-fetched theory that can possibly be right. There are still around, apparently now there are around 8% of machines that are uncalled for in our houses, according to Hotpoint. God! You can't actually see down there, but I can. And there's all sorts. Literally all sorts. I think there's a pen down there. Oh, yeah, so there is. No, won't work. Right. So it'd be interesting to see if this works. I am gonna get it redone, and I'm gonna get the kit put on as well per the safety measure. But it is making a point. Oh, and on top of that, it's not just Indesit dryers that go up and Hotpoint dryers that go up in flames either. There are Bosch, there are pretty much every other make, and if you basically you don't empty the fluff, it's forcing the air backwards, and so that fluff will eventually go back on the heater, and that's basically what happens. Right, enough of that for one day. Right, so we've got a Hotpoint TVS 770 there. It's in pretty good condition. There's a bit of a scratch from where it was up against the wall. outside the property it was outside of. But it needs the update. This also needs the update. In fact, for some bizarre reason, this has come off quite bad for some reason. So anyway, we've got our hose there, which is a proper hot point hose. Our bearing's gone at the back. But here's something staggering to show you. It's just there is no fluff filter there, because here it is. All that was not in the filter. The filter was actually clean. All that, there was a huge inch build-up underneath the filter. Then there's a design flaw where the plastic pipe that carries the air through to the back isn't really securely on, and where it connects to that hose there was actually falling through there below the hose, below the pipe. And then for some bizarre reason, down this side and down that side, it collects in huge chunks. Is it any wonder that these hot point dryers are going up in flames? Because what's happening is, if any of these chunks end up getting dislodged or whatever, it can get sucked straight, get blown straight into the heater, and then set on fire. Maybe this is probably one of the reasons why these are so poor. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's one of those. And I should be praising it really, since I had a Hotpoint TV. Oh, which is still going, and it's not at a fault yet. Maybe because it's more lightly used now, but even so, that I don't think that's had the update. But this, the actual sensor dry is fine, and it's not particularly. It's it's quite fast actually drying, but it's just one of them really. So there's my little rant over. So just working on this Beko DRCS68W, which is a condenser dryer that will match the sort of WM. That still seems to work. Off seems to work. I don't know if it actually works actually. So what we've done, it wouldn't move at all, the drum. I had a look. Noticed this belt was missing. The belt's actually just cleanly snapped. So it's clearly just got stuck and then the motor just burnt through it. But one of the reasons why I found it not moving is this. This is the felt that goes around this drum and the plastic thingy. It might run on two bearing rollers, but I don't think it will, because normally that's just a bearing felt. It's come away, and then obviously it's gathered up and it's caused it to stop. So by manually turning the drum, it was very stiff at first, but eventually sort of come away. Actually, I'm going to plug it in and test it, because even though the machine itself the drum won't go round, we can test everything else, because the fan runs from the motor, so it doesn't require the drum to be moving. It doesn't require the belt. So both the fans are both fans are parallel to each other. So you have one fan that recirculates it around, and then the other fan's actually on another behind the wall, which then obviously cools the condenser down to make it condense. So actually, quite interesting. Let's see if it works. So. That's weird. That condenser, if the red little pin isn't put up. But it should still get hot. It should still blow through. It won't overheat. But you can actually feel it. I can feel the air. So, you see, it's actually spinning extremely fast. Right, so I got this silver LG. That's basically the silver version of what I've had in the past, the white one. It's exactly the same. And apparently the motor wouldn't do anything, so I plugged it in. It needs a new motor, apparently. Now, I thought it was a bit bizarre. I've opened it up, and that was unplugged. I don't come loose. It was literally unplugged. Now, whether it's because this is, I don't know. So we're going to set warm. Okay. So now we've got a buzz. Oh, and I forgot, I also need to take this crap out. That's hot. Ooh, getting heat, that's for sure. So we've got the drying rack, which is really weird. She's even got the manual. And this is the old heater, which she replaced the year before. But she replaced it herself. I never realised that it might have just been that. But she did say it was producing heat, but it was just producing low heat and only low heat. So she thought it might be that, but actually looking back at it, because these, I'm going to test it with my tester. But generally, we've got like a couple of banks in there. We've got about 1, 2, 3, maybe 2 banks. So one of the banks might have blown, and it still runs on low. So what I'm going to do, actually I'm going to select cool there so we don't blow the heater. Okay, so I'm going to really double check the motor now by just doing just getting the non-contact thing I've got. Now I'll test that. But it's nice knowing it's not the board, so now we can literally focus on the motor. Dry motors are quite cheap actually, because they are literally just inverters. Ta-da! No, it really is it's the capacitor actually. It is that dead. It took a few tries to get it going. I got it going.
I get it up to speed, it will die after 2-3 seconds. I spun it a little bit faster and I finally got it going. That, yeah. So now it's going to try going the other way, and then, yeah.